Hello and welcome, everybody. It is episode 55 of Spreading the Nerd. Topic today is RPG games that time forgot, and also gaming news and whatever else comes up. As you know, with us, everything kind of just comes out, and it could be food, could be anything. I will be talking about a drink that's going to make Rick probably puke, but maybe somebody else will enjoy it. Anyways, I'm Clint Coombs, as always, joined by Rick Davis. How are you, sir?
Been a hell of a lot better, but I'm here.
It's Friday. It's been a while since we've been here.
It's been 3 weeks, I think.
In like total, yeah, like 3 weeks, yeah. Before we get into anything, though, I just want to put
we gotta fucking get right to it, huh?
No, I just want to put it out there. I believe Baldwin's in chat. I'm not sure about Freight. Freight's probably playing Arc Raiders, but I just wanted to say
Freight is very rarely here when we start. He usually pops in.
Yeah. I just wanted to put.
Never mind. He's there.
There he is. Look at that. There he is. Hopefully Baldwin's still here. A giant thank you to you guys in the community for us both giving out keys this week to some other members of the community. So I just wanted to thank you guys on here. It's super awesome to see everybody doing that. I know we have a small community, but I definitely love our community. So that's it. That's all the sappiness. Thank you guys.
I particularly like the ones in our community that play Hollow Knight, but not
whatever. How far are you in Hollow Knight, sir?
I finished it. Thank you very much.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, never mind.
I finished.
Oh,
it.
no, not Hollow Knight.
I knew
what you meant. Silksong. God damn it.
I haven't played Silksong in a little while, but I still play more of it than you did.
So before we go into anything too crazy, should I tell you the drink that I found this week? And
yeah, let's just fucking open the
get it over with.
Yeah,
Hillary's in here, and they like ketchup and chips. I don't know. Maybe this might be good. Are you?
It doesn't get a lot worse than that. So,
and I think I put it in our Discord. To be fair, I did find ketchup soda, and I was like, no.
Actually, to be honest with you, there's one of those. I forget what they're called, but like it's like Jazz Pop or something like that. It's a candy store that has all the like million different weird flavors of soda.
Yeah,
ketchup
like
is very ketchup is very low on the weird. Oh
yeah, there's like Goblin Booger and all this other horse shit. So
there's probably actual horse shit flavor too.
I'm sure of it. Are you a fan of like festive, as my background is? Are you like festive flavors like eggnog? Do you like eggnog?
I think we've had this discussion, and there is genuinely nothing on earth that is more gross than eggnog.
Okay, so
don't you remember this discussion?
I do remember now.
With Logan, I want to say Logan was the one who was in favor of eggnog.
I think you're right.
A schism was born in between the XEP community over eggnog quality. Thankfully, I was on the right side of history there, and I was staunchly anti eggnog. So thank you, Freight. You're welcome on my side of the schism.
God. So to be all right, let me put this out there in the world that I used to love eggnog as a kid.
We're breaking up today, aren't we?
I drank way too much eggnog, and I threw up one year. This was ages ago.
Honestly, that is probably what happened to me too, because I would drink it as a kid. And I probably did drink too much, got sick from it,
and then I didn't touch it. So I've gotten back to it the past couple years, and so now I had found out that I had seen videos and also heard from a friend that putting eggnog in soda, like Dr. Pepper.
I stand corrected. There is absolutely something grosser than ketchup on
so
God.
You take a holiday flavor like this one, like holiday creamy vanilla Coke or a Dr. Pepper, and you put eggnog in it. Now, at first I was like, no way. I did it just because science, you have to do it. And it's actually really it's actually really good. And I actually quite like it. But I thought, and there's probably not too many people out there that like it. I thought it was pretty good.
Is that what you're actually drinking right now?
No, I'm drinking coffee right now. To be fair, this is eggnog coffee, though. I'm very festive. You know, you got to get in the spirit.
In completely unrelated news, I'll be looking for a new co-host after today's episode. Please apply if you're interested.
Baldwin never had eggnog. I want to say it's like an acquired taste. It's
to be honest, it would be okay if it wasn't for the actual egg part of it. The egg part is what's gross.
Yes. A lot of people drink it straight. Some people mix it with like milk to get it, you know, not as thick type of thing. Is this like when kids mix all of the fountain pop in one cup? Kind of. Yeah. Don't judge me.
Oh, I'm judging.
You can judge me.
I'm judging.
It's all right.
Oh God.
I don't know. It's pretty good. And if I'm just throwing it out there, if you want to feel festive, mix it with some.
If you want to feel
soda,
festive and
it's good.
Spread some fireworks all over your clothes after you vomit profusely, and it'll be brightly colored too. So,
yeah, I have definitely been on the eggnog kick. Like I said, I got some eggnog coffee, and then for creamer, I use the eggnog as the creamer too.
I think I will say one area where I will, in theory, possibly defend eggnog. I believe I have heard of people mixing it with, like hot chocolate, and I actually could see that being pretty good.
Okay, yeah,
I can see that being good.
I can see that. I use every now and then I'll have like a rum with spiced rum with eggnog. That's pretty good. But anyways, that's my food for the talk. I was going to have something even worse. Actually,
I don't believe that.
I'm gonna grab it. Actually, you go make something up. I'll be right back.
I'm not gonna make it up. I'm actually gonna talk about something that I actually can't believe I did not talk about. Would have been about midway through September. So for those who know, I am not a big esports guy, except for one. I am a huge RLCS, which is Professional Rocket League, and September was very exciting for me because my favorite team, NRG, won the World Championship. This was after last year. In heartbreaking fashion, they basically became Clint witnessed this firsthand. He saw my soul shatter in front of him. Hey, I see we have Clint's daughter in there. Hello.
Hello.
By the way, if you want to disown him over this, that is 100%.
She likes eggnog, and I guarantee you she.
I didn't say eggnog. Eggnog is gross, but eggnog and Dr. Pepper. We ain't doing that.
I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
Anyway, yes. So Clint in real time saw my soul shatter as I was very excited watching my favorite team become basically as of last season, they accomplished a pretty remarkable feat. They made something like 12 straight grand finals. Like they made every grand final throughout the entire season, and they lost to BDS. And this year, they were struggling. I mean, they were still very good. They were still the best team in North America, but they had not won a major this year. They had missed a couple. Blah 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 blah. Right. This year, in the year that, for the first time ever, they have not just a major, but they had the World Championship in France, which has basically become the frustratingly epicenter of Rocket League anymore because they are so freaking good. NRG came in and they took names and they won the World Championship. And the reason I say all this is because as of 45 minutes ago, RLCS Season 26 has officially begun. Now, this first weekend, they'll be playing a bunch of teams that they're just going to shit stomp. But starting next weekend, shit gets real. Okay, I'm done. I just wanted to talk about the World Championships, coming back.
So I was going to eat this live because I thought maybe this will be in a new bit. Is just me eating random nasty ass shit. So I saw this. Now I also saw something else, but I didn't buy it. But I'll let you guys know what I was thinking. So I've been waiting on this, and I just had a big meal, so I'm not going to eat it.
Speaking of meals, did you remember something?
Yeah, I got the fortune.
Okay, all right.
I got the fortune.
All right.
Jesus.
All right. Yes.
All right. So I don't want to eat this, but I figure for the fans, what small community.
What a sacrifice you're willing to make. I can't see it. It's too low.
No.
Now it's. Oh, you told us about that. Yeah, that's disgusting.
I did tell you about the pumpkin pie flavor.
Yeah.
So pumpkin pie flavor cup noodles, I'll probably eat live next week. Ugh. However, I did see one that was turkey dinner. So it's got like the flavors of turkey, cranberry
You
stuffing.
think that's okay, but you think turkey dinner is disgusting? What?
Yes, as a no, like I like turkey dinner, but as a ramen, it's just like yeah, silken it. Put some in coffee or mix it with Dr. Pepper or like a Coke. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna judge you here, Silken.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna judge you.
I'm gonna say. So anyways, probably should get back to like maybe some actual video game talk or whatever.
Nobody tunes in here to hear our video game talk.
just gross food takes.
Well, Silken and Clint does, and that's where this whole thing started.
No, eggnog is by itself or with a bit of rum in it. There we go. Okay.
Even though I don't like it, I didn't say anything about that. I mean, eggnog is disgusting. Don't get your facts wrong here. But that's at least edible. Putting it with soda,
I'm telling you,
dude. The FBI is probably on their way to your house right now
to try it.
No, not to try it.
It could be a cure.
Well, you know what? There is no disease on earth that is worth that to cure.
All right. Anyways, what have you been playing, sir?
Nothing that's really worth talking
for the
about.
past like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I guess the one thing I can say is I did finish Silent Hill F.
Did you? Yeah, we've kind of briefly talked. What are your thoughts on that?
Very, very mixed. So I have a complicated relationship with this game. So first of all, it's a good game, but I do agree with the combat. Actually, the part that you were at is where I really didn't mind the combat. The way that it kind of changes up a little bit, I actually couldn't stand. But I do like the story. It does not feel like Silent Hill in any way, shape, or form. It honestly, I realized they were calling it Silent Hill because, well, I mean, it obviously is about psychological trauma and stuff like that. But outside of that, there's nothing about it that feels in any way like Silent Hill. So it probably should have been called something different, or I guess the F moniker is probably supposed to indicate that it is spin-off and not main entry or whatever. That said, I do like Hinako. I thought Hinako was a very cool main character. You can ask Alex this. I kind of picked up on one of the plot twists. Well, actually, the main plot twist very, very early. And if you play Silent Hill, you probably should have yourself. I won't say more than that.
Is it with one of the items?
It is, yes.
Okay.
So you probably picked up on it as well. Maybe not exactly what it is. And to be fair, I didn't quite pick up exactly because you couldn't have the information to know exactly what it is until you're further in the game. But the fact that there's an item that is something and indicates something was pretty clear to me right off the bat, just because, again, Silent Hill does that stuff intentionally, right? Now, what's very weird about this game is to truly actually get the story, you have to finish it multiple times.
Yeah, which...
It's not so much necessarily getting the multiple endings, which are in it, but it's more the fact that, I guess in a successive playthrough of New Game Pluses, you actually will get more context as to what's going on and stuff like that. And, so what's actually also interesting about this, and unlike your other Silent Hills, your first playthrough, you can only get one ending.
Yeah.
The other 4 endings you can only get on New Game Plus. But the other, one of the endings is the goofy ass UFO one, but the other 3 are all relevant to the actual story. And the story itself is cool, and I actually really thought it was well thought out. It was a cool, specifically a demon, if you will, that the Japanese culture, particularly in the 60s, is very guilty of. And so I actually thought that was pretty cool that they were willing to kind of address that. Mm-hmm. That said, really not very many enemy types at all.
Yeah,
There were, honestly, you've probably seen all but maybe one of them.
I did hear that there was not many.
Not counting bosses, I want to say there's only 3 or 4 types, and there's a more flowery version of them, which I think they count as a different one, but I don't. I just consider it to be an upgraded version. That said, once again, Silent Hill in general doesn't always have a whole lot of enemy types either. Even Silent Hill 2 only had what, 3 or 4 enemy types.
Yeah, there wasn't many, and
but
that's not a huge deal for me. But
it's not. No, it's not. But
I did see a lot of complaints about it. But I'm like, how
Yeah.
many enemy types can you have?
I think it comes down to the fact that since the combat was all melee focused, you almost did need to have some more variation there. When you were using the guns in Silent Hill 2, it worked a little better than what it does when you're kind of working like this, you know.
Right.
And another thing I will say, all of the good story is in the other world, which is the the Dark Shrine, or whatever they call it.
Yep.
I did not like the Dark Shrine at all. I actually liked Ibasa Garau, I think, something, whatever the hell the name is. I did not like the shrine, the Dark Shrine at all. And unfortunately, I would say 55% of the game takes place in the Dark Shrine, so a little bit more than the real world. And that was a big disappointment for me. If it was more like your traditional Silent Hill Otherworld, it'd be a different story.
Right.
But I didn't like the design of it. I didn't like the other world. I like the story in it because the story in it is actually the entire story, or at least that I saw. There's very little.
Yeah.
There's very little
echo.
Okay, I was wondering what that was. There's a little bit of like setting up other things that are outside of it, but the actual like what the story is about is 100% within there. How far did you get in it? I don't remember.
Honestly, I can't even remember now. I
assume you've met Foxface by now.
Oh yeah, I've gone through like
or Fox Mask or whatever his name is.
two Dark Shrine phases, I think.
Did you fight the? How many bosses have you fought?
2. Yes, 2. I fought like the girl on the bridge or like bridge area.
Well, remember, they're each supposed to be a representative of one of her friends too.
Yes,
yeah. The first one
I'm
is
I'm after that a little bit.
Freight by turning it on, he was further than Silksong.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm sorry, Silksong. I don't know why I thought Freight said that.
I really do want to get into it. But I like the story. I like the setting so far. I cannot wrap my head around the combat. I find it so boring and just
it is boring. It's so the game suggests you play it on casual or whatever it's called.
Yeah. They just
for
updated
combat
it too with an even easier mode.
They did. I guess story is the name of it. I think casual is the new one that they gave it. Story difficulty was very easy except for when it was annoying. To the point that you really didn't get anything good out of it. I'm not saying I want it to be hard. It's just that there was like no difficulty whatsoever. And while I was being very like conservative with my weaponry and trying not to break it.
Yeah.
But by the end, I had something like 6 of the toolkits to repair them. So it's like, man, I really need to do this. Like towards the end,
just went. And maybe that also may be why, because I'm playing it really safe. Like, I'm not going to get another weapon or something, so I might be playing it safer than I should be.
In the early game, it's a lot more uncommon to come across a weapon, but when you get to the later game, in the later game, they start to throw. They actually throw some obnoxious, like forced combat encounters in at it. And then obviously when you're in the Dark Shrine, which is where most of the combat takes place, your weapons can't break there. Because you have the Naginata and the I don't know if it's a Tonto or if it's something else, like a Kanba maybe. And then actually that does change to something different, not in a good way, but yeah. So they did a lot of really cool stuff with this game, and they kind of did a couple things that I'm like, man, I think that was a huge misstep. But the story is really freaking cool. Like there is no doubt. I actually really do like what they did with the story.
Yeah, I'll get to it at some point if I can ever get away from Arc Raiders. My daughter in chat, have you guys seen the new game Dispatch? I have seen it. I know Freight in chat has played it. I'm not sure who else has.
He's not in the chat, but Alex finished it, I assume, yesterday.
Yeah, and I've heard really good things. I'll want to try it at some point because it does sound pretty good and looks fun.
I guess it's got some nudity. I was like, wait, what?
Oh man, is it?
Yeah.
I'll download it right now. Yeah. So we've been busy the past 2 weeks moving my daughter into her new place and just Halloween and all that stuff. So yeah,
she had to get away from the eggnog with
the
with soda.
Yeah. So yeah, I basically been playing. I'd been playing Ball Pit on the Switch, which I did beat that because I played the absolute hell out of it while working.
Look at you trying to get on Silk and its good side,
right? It's so friggin' addictive, that game. It's like I say beat it, but I went through it with all the characters, beat all the levels with the characters. I still have some stuff to level up in the town and stuff. It's super addictive. It's like the old 80s games where you had like the paddle at the bottom and a ball would come down and you would whack the ball up and it would slowly break apart bricks and stuff. Did you ever remember those?
Brick Breakers? Yes.
Brick Breakers? Yeah, there was a couple other ones too, I think, that were called that.
Well, I mean, the biggest one was Arkanoid.
Maybe that, yeah. So it's kind of like a take on that, but just with different character classes. And it's just super fun leveling up characters and stuff.
I didn't realize it was that. I thought it was a freaking 3D clone of that stupid Vampire Survivors. Which
no. It's more like Brick Breaker with.
I have more respect for that. I think Vampire Survivors.
But you also have like a city builder on the side, which is kind of cool. Super fun. Played the absolute shit out of it because I bought Dragon Quest 1 and 2 because I was super hyped for that for the Switch, and I also bought Ball Pit because I was like, I'll try it out because it was cheap. Just straight played that until I finished it, and so now I'm kind of into Dragon Quest a little bit. But when I'm home, I am sucked immediately into Arc Raiders, even when I'm telling myself all day I should play some Battlefield, I should play Silent Hill, I should play this, I should play that, 500 other games I haven't finished. I cannot tear myself away from Arc Raiders. Before this started, I was literally like seething. I was like, just one game. So I logged on to do like 1.5 games before getting on here. I was like, I've got time for one game. It's so polished and just so much fun because you never know what's going to happen. And then playing with friends is even better. It's a lot of risk reward type of gameplay. The devs are really good with the community, with what they want. They've changed a lot of things. They've made things free. They literally started an event yesterday, and with feedback, they already changed it today to, funnel XP different ways. So yeah, it's just consuming my life. And to an extent, a game hasn't since like World of Warcraft way back, like when I was dumping hours every day. Now it's just like Arc 24/7. It's all I think about. It's terrible.
The Pax Armada are winning the war. That's all I can say. I actually did think of something else to talk about because I'm thrown off by how it has been about 3 weeks since we've
because we've missed two episodes or two Fridays. So this will be like 3 weeks.
Something else.
I was trying to think back about
something else that I've been playing that it's gonna make me sound a little fraudulent and fairly so. No, I mean you know about it. I haven't in the last couple of days.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I actually
I have played too.
A fair bit of Outer Worlds 2. That is right. The game that I was not interested in at all. And that was true. I was not interested in that game.
Oh yeah, you were just like zero interest.
I was like, yeah, I don't think Obsidian's all that great. Blah 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 blah. And when the reviews came out, I was like, all right, I'm an idiot, and I do watch reviews even for stuff I don't care about, more to keep myself informed.
Well, it's good just to know what's going on and stuff.
Even though I hate it very much right now, I do like to keep my finger on the pulse of the gaming industry.
Unless it's Xbox era, probably don't listen to them right now. But but anyways, Anyways.
Yeah, but anywho, so I was going to watch the reviews of it, and I saw it was getting good scores. I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected that. I mean, Obsidian does have a pretty good following, and for whatever reason, Avowed actually got fair reviews as well. But I watched them, and I was like, these seem to say that pretty much every major complaint I had with the Outer Worlds is totally addressed in this. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to go off of one review. I started listening to Luis's review for Season Gaming. He had a good review. But I was like, all right, let's see what. I think I listened to IGN.
They gave it a 9, didn't he?
He gave it an 8.5, I believe.
Oh, okay.
We'll get back to that, Freight. Just hold on. We'll get back to that. put a pin in that. I believe he gave it an 8.5. I'd have to look, but
you're probably right.
And then I watched IGN's because it was Travis, and Travis, I believe, gave it an 8. They don't do half scores anymore, but I think an 8's what he gave it, and he kind of said the same thing. And there was one other that I listened to. See, even though I like him, I did not watch Mr. Matty Plays because he specifically loved the Outer Worlds. So I'm like, yeah, his opinion
be a little biased, maybe, or something.
Well, it's not biased. It's that
it just loves it.
It was no use to me, right?
Yeah,
because he liked something I did not, and I'm not saying he was wrong. I am saying his opinion did not mesh with mine, so that was kind of useless to me personally. I don't remember who it was. There was somebody else's that I looked at. And everyone said the same thing, that the combat was good, because it was horrible in Outer Worlds 1. Let's not mince words here. It was bad. And I actually thought that the role-playing in Outer Worlds 1 stunk, whereas it is very good in Outer Worlds 2. So I was like, all right.
It's so much better this time.
It's like a different series altogether.
Yeah, it's way better this time around.
So I was like, all right, screw it. I'll try it. And of course, by I'll try it, it wasn't I'll just buy it or whatever. I know. I of course have to buy. I had to buy the $100 version, of course.
Right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's why when you said, "Oh, I'm playing," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, that means you bought like that of a game you weren't interested in." I was like, "Hold up."
But thankfully, for once, Microsoft actually did give a physical copy of the game for the Xbox version, because the Xbox version actually was better than the PS5 version, even with the Pro up there.
Oh, I thought you bought it. You did get a physical version of it?
I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, unfortunately, what's it called? The premium edition or whatever doesn't have a steel book. For $100, I think it should, but whatever.
Yeah, no.
But either way, I am very pleased with this game. I did not expect to be saying that. I am very, very pleased with this game.
Yeah,
it is really good. Yes, it is really good. I could not stand the visuals of the Outer World. Not in terms of a technical thing. I didn't like the art design at all.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like the art design much better here. The weapons don't I thought the weapons looked really stupid in the Outer Worlds 1. I actually like how the weapons look in this. They feel way better, hence the better combat.
Yeah.
I think the party members design is far better. I can't say I just got her, but I recently got Inez, who is your, I guess, third party member. She's very cool. She's like the combat medic or whatever that has a little arm growing out of her back.
Yes, yeah.
But she's really cool. Actually, I like her a lot. I actually liked what's his name, the black kid who you meet at the very beginning of the game.
Yep.
What the heck is his name?
I can't remember their names.
But I can't say I necessarily like him as a character, but I like his design. I like how he has the full robotic arm because he got his arm blown off. I don't know Baldwin, but I mean that's kind of a spoiler.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
I'm sorry. He's not the first one. He's not the first one. I'm sorry. Okay, well, still confirmed it is.
Okay, there it is.
Well, I wish that the Outer Worlds itself would have been flown into the sun. But nevertheless, Outer Worlds 2 massively improved.
Yeah.
This is what the first game should have been. Let's be very clear.
Oh, for sure. They definitely learned from it. And I did like the Outer Worlds, but it was one of those things that while I was playing it, I was like, if this continues, this is one of those games where hopefully the developers learn and their next game is just ticked up, which is exactly what this one is. When I first started, I went in with a build because I was just thinking of the first Outer Worlds. This is how it's going to be. And like you said, they added so much more to the RPG aspect of it. I was like, oh,
Well,
you know
well,
what?
well,
I'm going to
well,
make
the
a whole
first-
new different build.
The first step was they got rid of the stupid ass way that leveling worked in the first
Mhm.
game, where when you upgraded something, it upgraded 3 skills at a time. That was really stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why they did that.
The skills are way better this time around, and they're
Yes,
just
much better,
the
much
amount
better.
and just the description of them and what they do.
And they are so relevant to conversations and what you can do. Like,
Yep.
your build genuinely does change how you play this game. And it does change how you interact with people in this game. It's like, this is what I wanted. So it's like, okay, I was a skeptic all along, but I was like, you know what? No. And, another thing I didn't even mention. While I definitely found the idea of the, like, you know, I guess you should say universe gone capitalist insanity. Like, I always found that pretty funny. Outside of that, I thought the writing in Outer Worlds 1 was horrible. It's actually it's much better in this one. It is.
I was just going to bring up the writing is really good.
Every bit as humorous, but it's not as punch you in the face about it. It's more subtle and better written. Yes.
Yeah, and there's like the descriptions of what you pick to say or whatever is way better. And did you notice, how they have those what are they? They're not feats, they're
flaws. Yeah, the flaws.
Flaws. Yeah. Did you notice that one of the flaws is only towards the people that bought the $100 version?
Yes. It's a tongue-in-cheek joke about you. It's called consumerism, which is even funnier. Yeah,
which is basically like
that was funny. It didn't
making fun of you for paying $100.
Yeah, it didn't click with me right away, but then somebody else said, like, this is a joke about. I was like, holy shit, it is. I just thought
it was something like, I sold something, so that was it. It was like, no, it's actually because you bought $100 version of the game.
Yeah. And actually, really that's another thing I didn't mention. The flaws is actually a really good system. I like that. I'm playing through with the intention of taking most of them when they pop up. There are a couple that I have not.
Okay, that's brave. That's brave.
Like actually, if you take enough, you get a pop up for I forget what it's called, but it basically is you don't get a choice. If you select yes, it takes them all. Obviously, it gives you like a bunch of stat boosts for it, but it does also say, "Be warned, this is not suggested for your first playthrough."
Yes, I got one like that, but I don't know if it wasn't that specifically. But have you also gotten the one where if you're one of those people that like you read the dialogue and you don't let them finish?
No, I'm not Kevin Ainsworth, so I actually let the conversation play out.
A lot of times,
but I do know it's a thing. Yes,
I can read the dialogue faster than I want to hear them speak it, so I'm just like skip after I read it. So that there is a flaw that if you take it, you get like extra charisma or something, but it picks automatically
if it's the one I'm thinking of, it doesn't pick automatically, but you only get like 10 seconds to choose.
Maybe that's it. And then if you don't, after 10 seconds, it chooses for you. That's what it is. Which I was like, that's super cool. It just adds a little bit of fun to it,
Yep.
But also making fun of you type of thing.
Like that's really well done. And I hope, I don't know how many DLCs they have planned. They obviously have at least one. I hope they keep adding these, like more and more that are retroactive to the base game. But I've been, like I said, I've been trying to take almost every one that comes up. There are a couple that I declined. Obviously, I declined you have to take it. One that I took, and actually I knew this was a thing because Lord Cog had mentioned I think it was in Defining Duke, he mentioned that he had gotten it. If you when you're leveling up, if you really spread out your point, whatever you call them, like whatever points you're putting into things.
Yeah,
it actually says like, we noticed that you like to be a generalist or whatever. So you could pick one that you always have to level up. I don't think it's your lowest necessarily, but it's your lowest couple. So it'll tell you like you can only level up stuff that you have at level 1 or below or 2, whatever. But the trade-off is you do get an extra point. Yeah. So while you can't level up what you're obviously. This comes very much into how you want to build. If you want to build somebody who's really good at one thing, you cannot take this because it's just simply going to prevent you from doing it.
Yeah,
but if you want to spread it out, this is actually a pretty good thing to do. It does cap where you're at. Thankfully, I already had I decided to be kind of a big surprise here, but kind of a dickheaded, like smart ass, like gunslinger. Thankfully, I already had my guns up to like 3, which is actually pretty high for this point in the game. So I was actually able to go down and do it, and that's a cool system. Now I haven't had this one pop, but in the previews they showed one that I guess if you look at the sun too often, it gives you the option to pick one where like, I forget what it is. It makes your perception higher, but your screen is always kind of washed out.
Yep. It's really a lot of fun, and they definitely they just made the first one and its criticisms just better. So I'm glad they listened. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's another game that I want to play, but Arc Raiders taking my life.
I mean, again, like I said, I haven't played it much the last couple of days, but it is one that I have been playing a lot recently.
The only thing that I had against it is there's a point, I can't remember, it's kind of towards the end of the first map area.
The Fox Relay,
yeah, like it's.
I actually still haven't even gone there.
My god, the difficulty spike there is ridiculous. And I was like, maybe it's just me. Maybe my build is shit. Maybe I don't know. But I went online and everybody was like, "Yeah, I'm waiting for a patch because it literally like cranks it up from a 0 to a 10 type of thing." So I don't think was done on like on purpose. I think it's kind of like a mistake. So
I'm actually playing it on hard, not the hardest, but one. I think there's 4 difficulty settings.
I think I'm just on normal. I think or story, not story, but like normal.
That doesn't bode well for me because did you do Inez's? It's not really her personal quest, but to fix her arm.
Yep.
I had an absolute hell of a time with both of those bosses. Actually, not so much what's it called, the Raptidon, but the stupid Crabble. I wanted to kill myself.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it's not so much that thing itself. It's the fact that you are constantly swarmed by other ones.
And
that gave me hell. So I'm like, yeah, man, if it does difficulty jump, I might be in trouble.
It's just like it spikes for some reason. Like you said, the bosses and stuff. It's just I want a little bit of difficulty, but it does seem to like it's too harsh at that time, anyways. But some people were saying it's going to get patched. I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. So, but
yeah, I haven't seen them saying it. I'm not saying they didn't, but I haven't seen them say anything. So,
but yeah, it's a really fun game. If you liked the first one or are on the fence of the first one, definitely check the second one out because it's damn good.
Agreed.
I'm trying to think of any. I don't think I played anything else. I don't think I did. Yeah, and I know the PlayStation Japan State of Play came out. I don't even really want to talk about that.
There's very little to talk about because
it was a lot of like a lot of talk of like games coming out that were already announced. Really wasn't anything for me. There was some DLC that was like, okay, cool.
The main announcement in that show was that every person who was a fan of Marvel Tokon or looking forward to Marvel Tokon, got blue balls that they will never not feel because they got to see all their favorite X-Men characters are background characters at Xavier's mansion instead of being playable fighters.
I will say though, like I like Marvel, but I just don't like fighting games. But that game is absolutely gorgeous looking, just gorgeous. So I'm sure some people are excited. I mean, I know some people are excited, but
there's a ton of people that are excited to fight.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how popular an opinion this is, and to be clear, I am in no way a fighting game fan or expert.
Yeah,
but I think objectively, Arc System Works is the best of the best at this point.
That's pretty much what I hear.
I'm sure there's some people that probably still prefer Capcom. I think,
but in the grand scheme,
I think Arc System have proven that first of all, they can make. Okay, I should say the 2D fighters. They're also not making 3D fighters, so they're not competing with Soul Calibur and Tekken and stuff. I think Tekken's 3D, but they're just. I mean, first of all, this is objective. They make the best looking ones. Their visual design is perfection.
Yeah.
Now, that said, I don't actually like much of the character designs here, but it's just the way I don't like how they look. However, Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue and all them, those character designs are as good as they get. And I actually do have
Keep talking.
okay. I do have Grand Blue Fantasy versus Relink, which is also made by them. And some of those characters they didn't design, but some of them I think they did, because I don't think they were in the mobile game or anything like that. And they all look absolutely freaking awesome. I'm so bad at that game, but it's so cool. But anyway, so the fighting game community is very hyped for this because it's going to be a good game. Like there is zero doubt about that. It is going to be a very good game, but it's definitely not for me. I agree with that. That said, from them, one of the few things in that show that they made actually is something that I'm excited for, and that is the Blaze Blue Entropy Effect X, or whatever the hell it's
that
called.
was kind of out of the blue, shall we say? That did
the Blaze Blue.
It looked really good. I did not see that coming. The only thing I will say, and we don't know much about it or what's in it, is that I mentioned to you, like $60 for that seems.
But the question is,
how much is there, though?
Is that the price of the game, or is that just the price of the physical release?
I think that's
I know the
physical is nothing fancy. It's just
right, but
it's just physical. But yeah, so I don't know. It looks great, but for $60 for a side scroller, I don't know.
It on paper that does seem steep. I agree.
But if there's a lot of content, if the game's...
I mean, if it's the size of, let's say, like Silk Song, let's be honest, Silk Song should not have been a $20 release. That game should have been at minimum $40.
I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
As far as you know, that game might be 13 minutes long. It's not. But...
Blaze Blue was one.
I had the very original one on PS3. Was it Blaze Blue?
They had
Calamity Trigger or something like that was the name.
Yeah, they had a trailer for the Dragon Quest 7, a new trailer for that, which I'm excited for. But there wasn't anything new. The thing that really irked me about that show, I know we said we weren't going to talk about much, but was the ending. It was a commercial for the PS5 that's been out for 5 goddamn years.
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason for all this. The reason is they weren't trying to sell anything to us. They were trying to sell to Japan, because Japan doesn't care about the PS5, and they need to get Japan on board.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to succeed, because what the PS5 does is not what Japan wants anymore, but it's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. When they were talking about like Astro, I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be something new. And they're like, oh, no, you can do this with a controller. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This shit is like 5 years old. Like, what the hell?
That was very weird, talking about what the DualSense does.
Yeah. I was like,
is there anybody watching this don't know all this?
I was like, what the fuck?
I thought they were going to talk about like the next revision of the DualSense was coming out. And
that's what I thought. I was like,
some kind of improvements.
Yeah,
no, it was just talking about the Dual. It's like, didn't we learn this in 2020?
Yeah, and then it went into the PlayStation. It's like 4K graphics, and I'm like, is this like a commercial from 2020 that they forgot to use? Like, I don't know. But yeah, nothing really there for me. The biggest news,
I will say, there was one other thing that was interesting for me, and it's gonna be only me, but strap the fuck in, because you're gonna listen. I actually was pretty. I'm just kidding. I actually was pretty excited for the announcement that they had of that Gran Turismo 7 pack. Yep. Was it the Power Pack? Is that the name of it? It's their paid DLC. Because, as I mentioned to you before we started, I've been watching all these trailers for like some of these racing sims coming out. And
you're like in the mood now.
So after this, I'll be going to my closet right there and dragging out my steering wheel and playing all these games. In Gran Turismo 7, I'm going to boot it up because I haven't played it in a while. And there's been a lot of updates since I've last played it. But that's pretty exciting. I do want to, I'll probably buying that, because GT7 is a good racing game. It's a good driving game. It's not necessarily a great racing game, but it's a good driving game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was cool. And I have been actually looking forward to, I believe it's the 4th is when the V-Spec 3 update comes out, which is the big update for it.
Okay.
So I actually originally I was waiting for that to play it again, but I'm like, man, I'm really jonesing now. So
not for me, but I haven't played Gran Turismo for it's been a long time. I honestly think since PS2, honestly. And Anyways, yeah. Yeah, let's jump into, because we're at 45 already. Yeah. So let's talk about basically the Steam announcements this week. I don't know if I was under a rock or something, but I didn't
I
know.
was surprised you were kind of down on it.
No, not down at first. Yes, I was, because I was just like, but I didn't know. I didn't know there was Steam announcements coming or anything. And then all of a sudden I like looked on Google and they're like, Steam this, Steam that. And I was like, was there a Steam day or something? Or did this just like,
I don't know if anybody knew it was coming. Now that said, a lot of them did go to play it, but I don't think they like said
yeah. So yeah, like out of the blue, they announced the new Steam controller, a Steam machine, and the Steam frame, which is VR. So the Steam machine is basically Steam's, the last one that came out was 10 years ago? Was there like homemade
Steam box? But don't forget, they didn't make those. That was the difference.
No, that was like Alienware made one, I think.
I believe that's correct. And they were junk. They were all junk.
Oh yeah, no, they yeah. So yeah, their new one, the Steam machine, or the Gabe machine,
Cube,
the Gabe Cube, which is fantastic.
That is a brilliant name. Yes.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is basically a small PC that runs on a Steam OS. It's very small.
They have freight. I more meant it was not like known that there was like a Steam announcement coming, but yes, there was talk forever now.
Yeah, there was rumors and stuff, but I just like out of the blue, like a bunch of Steam shit announced today, and I was like, was there a Steam event that I missed, or I don't know. But yeah, so it says I can't remember what the exact things that are in here, but maybe we'll find it as I scroll down. The CPU and GPU says 4K gaming at 60 frames with FSR, which is not the FSR. That's not going to be true unless it's games like, no offense, Silk Song, older games, stuff like that.
Silk Song can run on a computer from 15 years ago.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll run that just fine.
It is true. It is a semi-custom AMD, so maybe it'll help. A lot of like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connectivity. You can personalize the front. You can take off the front and like stick little things on there. I think that's pretty cool.
You can change like the light bar thing on.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. To be fair, when I heard about this, I was like, what? I was like, what do I need this? But then the more I thought about it, I was like, man, I like my entire Steam collection like on a big TV.
Yeah, I don't know how much you hang out like outside of your living room since you are in a small, but for me, this might be a good thing for me to put in my living room, so that like, if I want to go out and chill with Nicole or whatever,
right, I
can plug into that TV or whatever, you know what I mean, something like that, and I can play my PC games if I don't want to do it handheld.
And for a lot of, and the one thing that I was thinking about is like, I play a lot of RPGs and stuff that aren't super graphically intensive. So if I get this, but I also don't like playing my RPGs in this chair looking at a computer. Like I want to be looking at a big screen, out. So I started thinking about, I was like, oh man, with all the Steam sales, the PC sales that you get Steam keys, and then I could play those games on my big screen TV. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely more interested than I was. It will depend on price.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if this thing's $1,000, then yeah, I'm not going to
buy one. I don't think it will be. I'm thinking it's going to come in.
I'm guessing between $600 and $700.
Jesus, I don't think even that's pricey.
I don't think so. I don't think it's out. When you consider the fucking Xbox is probably going to be $1,300.
It's true. Oh, totally random, but throwing it out there. They were announcing that Black Friday prices of the Xbox and PS5 are going back to their launch prices. That's their.
Oh boy!
I was like, cool. Anyways, but I saw
the
that
Xbox Series X is half its retail price right now.
I was like laughing. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I am excited for this. Definitely per price. If it's over 700, that's
a tough sell at any higher than 7.
Because for
up
me,
to 700, I can probably be sold actually.
And to be clear, and that's just for me.
That's 700 including the controller.
Right.
While you don't have to have that controller, I do want it because I want to try it.
So, but that's just for me that already has like high tech PC. I've got the PS5. Blah, blah. This for me is a convenience thing.
Absolutely.
So I don't want it to be that expensive for me. However, for someone getting into the PC space, I think this is phenomenal and fantastic to get someone
actually,
into it.
Something I'm surprised I haven't heard too many people talking about when I hear them talking about it. That's a big deal about this is Valve confirmed you can install Windows, so you can sideload it. Now, obviously, that's going to take up a lot of limited space here. However, what does that mean? That means now this is your native machine to run Game Pass games on. Not Xbox Game Pass, obviously, but PC Game Pass. Right. So again, we're not talking handhelds. So I'm not referring like the ROG Ally where you can do it there, but this is the one where somebody goes, you know what? I want to play Avowed, but Avowed runs like shit on Xbox. Well, I can play the PC version, but I want to play it on my TV. There's where you can do it. Now, obviously, there's going to be a little more work involved than just turning it on. Like
it will be side-loaded type of thing.
Right. The very simple thing is going to be running Steam and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But there is potential here that I don't think people have. I don't say they haven't considered, but they're not really talking about. That's what really makes this.
Yeah, there'll be some tech-savvy people that'll look at this and be like, oh, yeah, this is going to be awesome. But for someone that's just like, I want to get into the PC space, I think this is going to be really good. Afraid had mentioned 8 gigs. It's got 16 gigs of DDR5 regular RAM, which it's okay. But 8 gigs VRAM, it's DDR6, but that seems a little low. Although if it's, as all...
Something to remember. That for sure. Especially FSR. I assume it's going to be FSR 4. So
it is FSR, yes.
Okay, well, I'm saying I assume it'll be FSR 4. So it'll
be, because I think FSR 4 is launching.
Software.
I think FSR 4 said they're launching at the beginning of next year, I think.
Something to remember, though. I would guess that not right away, but not too long after launch of this, you're going to start seeing Steam games released with presets for this, kind of like how they do for Steam Deck, even though Steam Deck really don't. Yeah. And that will be the thing.
Yeah.
This will be unlike a regular PC where you just have to have a graphics card that can just
it'll be set.
It will be optimized for the Steam machine.
And it did say, I read in an article that Steam was being interviewed from the developers. They did say that is going to be like how there's an icon for the Steam Deck. There'll be an icon for the Steam machine. So like I said, people who don't want to basically deal with settings and stuff.
Developers will be making it like it's the like it's a console. So they won't have to make like a PC game where it's like, okay, we have to optimize it for 400 million variations. We have one preset. Now you can change that if you want. You can tweak it if you want. But if you just want our suggested settings, we designed this specific setting for the Steam machine, and that'll make a difference. I mean, that will make a big difference.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. It's supposedly coming early 2026. I mean, how early, we don't know, but
maybe early enough for birthday presents for Rick and Clint for themselves.
That's true. That's true. Very true. I'm just putting it out there in the universe.
Probably not for Rick, to be fair, because Rick's got about a $25,000 to $3,000 expenditure in that rough span of time, but
one, and then of course they had the Steam Frame, which I am excited for. It's their VR, a new VR headset that will be wireless, or it can be wired too. It looks like, but you can also I shouldn't say wired, it's Wi-Fi streaming the game, so you can put a dongle behind your PC and it'll stream to it, so with better graphics, but it will be also standalone, so you can install games into it and play off of that. So once again, the entire Steam library, but it also says that you can play non-VR games in it. So if you get this with the Steam controller, you can just have the TV or the visual
when the first PSVR came out, I was so excited for that. I was like, oh hell yeah. And then it's like, oh man, this runs at such a low resolution, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
so I never was able to do it. I love the idea though, because it looked like you were in a movie theater playing it. But
Yeah, so hopefully, and this has the pancake lenses, which are much better. The controllers look really good. Once again, at price once again for this, because I have the Quest 3, which is fantastic, but it would be really cool to have all the Steam VR games there.
I will say I expect the Steam frame to probably be a lot more expensive than the Quest 3. I can see this being
I can
800 to
see that.
1,000.
I don't know if it'll be that high, but we'll see.
Isn't that what the index was? Wasn't it $1,000 when it came out?
I think so, but that was like straight up like 4K wired, like really good graphics. So I don't know. We'll see.
You think this will be less hardware than the index?
Yes.
Do you really? I actually don't.
I think so. I know it's running on a Snapdragon. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 8 series processor, which is pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think they want to price it that high, but maybe.
I'm sure they don't. But
yeah,
that said, something else to be considered too. I heard. I don't know if it was Kevin or if it was Sam that said this yesterday on Shared Save. Sorry, I was with them. It's entirely possible that Steam is not Xbox, and or I should say Valve is not Xbox, and they decide to subsidize the price a little bit. Don't know. It's hard to say. I have no idea if they subsidize Steam Deck pricing or not. Considering the price of it, I have to assume they did, because I would think there's more than $500 worth of components in that.
Right.
But so who knows? It might be a little less we're thinking of, because unlike what PlayStation and Microsoft are doing, maybe they will subsidize it, because they very well might see this as like, hey, Steam already is the killer platform. We can really put a boot on the throat of not so much PlayStation, but really Xbox with this, if they get adoption, right?
Yeah, depending on how hard it is, I don't think it'll be hard to sideload like the Windows stuff. And
I imagine it'll be easy. It'll just be a pain in the ass, probably.
So. This is really gonna. I'm sure Xbox is really thinking like, what we got to really do something here to, captivate people.
And, to be clear here, I am not saying Xbox is done like what everyone's saying.
Oh no, yeah.
But I do think that there's no question this took a lot of wind out of their sail.
Oh, I'm sure
because it does what the rumor is the next Xbox was going to do.
Yeah. It's basically going to be a PC.
It does not
but
do it does not do one thing that the next Xbox would do, which is play actual Xbox games. It does not do that.
Yeah.
This takes care of the PC and your whole library side of things.
Yeah.
So it kind of gets about half of what the next Xbox was going to do.
Yeah. And granted, they also announced the new Steam controller, which I didn't like the last one. This one doesn't look very good to me either. I haven't held it, but just the design.
It's ugly. It's ugly, but
it's ugly.
It looks comfortable. So,
if it comes with it, I'll check it out. But they've
already said there's one that comes with it and one that does not.
It comes with the motion control, not motion control, the trackpads. Or is that
no. I'm sorry. I meant a device like a Steam machine that comes with the controller, and a Steam machine that does not come with the controller. I assume it's probably the higher. The 2 terabyte system is probably what comes.
Because I was going to say that you can hook up a Bluetooth controller, so you can hook up your PlayStation 4 controller or your Xbox controller. So that's not a big deal for me. But
I didn't look, but I would be willing to bet it's got Bluetooth in it, so it'll just run those natively. That said, if you want to use the advanced DualSense features, you can't do it Bluetooth. You do have to wire it, but that's a PC thing, and that's actually Sony's fault. They haven't updated the firmware to allow it to work with the haptics and all that stuff through Bluetooth.
Freight. I'm not sure we'll see any big marketing pushes behind it. I could be wrong though. I'm not sure if you're talking about all of them or just in general. There wasn't really. I don't remember a push for the Steam Deck either. It was just like it's Steam, so it's riding its own coattails. It's just popular.
Valve kind of lets it market itself.
Yeah, I mean,
they really do.
Yeah, so I don't think they need to. However, I haven't personally, because I don't really go to many big box stores. I don't see Steam Decks in stores. I don't know if they even
they
are.
don't sell them, or that actually was something else that I think Kevin
But I'm
mentioned
wondering if we see like the Steam machine in stores, especially where it's tiny.
I would guess not. I would guess they'll want
Yeah.
to keep this to their
Yeah.
own thing, because you sell it in stores, and I mean you're typically
you got to start paying other.
We got to pay. Yeah, you guys.
Yep.
And the reality is, what store wants to sell that?
Yeah,
So they can't sell games for it.
No, that's true.
So
that's true.
so yeah, I mean it's probably something that's got to be sold through Valve directly. Even Amazon maybe, but I don't see them selling it either.
Yeah.
Now maybe Valve will sell through Amazon, but then they got to pay Amazon a cut with every sale. So my guess is they would just sell it through Steam.
They probably will.
Through the Steam marketplace.
So yeah, at first I was kind of skeptical, but if the price point is right for me, it's a convenience thing of just like, cool, yeah, I can play cheaper games on my big screen that I'm not looking for phenomenal graphics.
Well, something else to remember too. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, because it's something I discovered from the Steam Deck. If you do want to do that and you do want the highest end graphics, you can always do Steam Link, which does work really well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yep. It really, like I said, depends on price point, but I'm definitely interested. It's probably going to be one of those things that, you know how we are. It could come in at $1,000, and I'll probably be like, oh yeah, sure. Like the PS5 Pro. I was like, yeah, it's like, oh, the PS5 Pro. This is the stupidest thing. I gotta buy it now.
But both of us with the PS5 Pro. What did it take for us to get the PS5 Pro? We managed to get the damn disk drive, and next thing you know, we're both in line pre-order the stupid thing.
Yeah, because we're just like, disk drives are low. I'm not really interested. We both got disk drives. Actually, this is pretty good. Actually,
that's exactly what happened. It was because if you remember when the Pro was coming out, disk drives were a bitch to get.
Oh, they were awful.
And I told you, I was like, dude, I actually just managed to get one because I was like, you know what? Like here I am, talking to myself like I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this disk drive, or I'm going to order this disk drive. Just in case.
And then you had to send it. I remember the text. You're like, hey, it's available here. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. And the thing is, we both talked a big game. And we both knew the second we placed that pre-order, it's like, we just bought PS5 Pros. There is no doubt about it. We were on the hook for this one.
Oh, shit. Yeah, good times. Good times. But, however, we fully admit that we're clown makeup.
Oh, I'm a total fraud. I don't even know anything about it. I'm a complete fraud.
I mean, I was even making like memes about the PS5 when it came out, like how stupid, how overpriced. But I admitted right after, I was like, I'm gonna buy it because I'm an idiot and I have no self-control.
Yeah, I was like, Sony's so stupid. And then I was like, when the whole debacle happened with trying to pre-order, I was like, fucking Sony, I hate you, I hate GameStop. And then I got one, I was like,
Yep. And to be fair, the PS5 Pro is pretty sweet, actually. When Pisser decides to work.
When it's not a Konami game,
yeah. Anyways, it took a little while to get there, but off to our main subject, RPGs that time forgot. So yeah, just kind of like RPGs back in the day, series that, major companies just decided to let go to the way of the dodo or whatever. Which I was thinking about it for the past, couple of weeks because we were supposed to do it last week. There's so
look at that list, baby.
There's so many, and we probably got a few on the same list.
Oh, so, yeah, I have zero doubt. There's at least 3 or 4 on here that are on both of our lists.
So
you have to let me go first. You have to let me go first.
Oh, all right.
That said, what I'm going to say first, you probably weren't going to anyway, but
no, I'm sure. But yeah, go ahead.
I would obviously be remiss not to start with Valkyrie Profile.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Now, technically, Valkyrie Elysium came out.
That was what, PS4?
No, that was PS5.
Was it really?
But Valkyrie Elysium is not Valkyrie Profile.
No,
it does not play like Valkyrie Profile. It does not connect it to Valkyrie Profile, and it's really not nearly as good as Valkyrie Profile. There were really only 3 Valkyrie Profiles plus a remake of the original. And the third one even is something different altogether. It was called Valkyrie Profile Covenant of the Plume. It was a DS game that was a strategy RPG, which was not what 1 or 2 were. So technically, I consider Valkyrie Profile to have properly ended on the PS2 with Valkyrie Profile 2 Silmeria.
I'll go with that.
Square, you're freaking killing me, man. I love Valkyrie Profile. I do. I love them
and there
so
is
much.
a fan base for it. It's not like it's a like.
Well, they were made by Tri-Ace. Tri-Ace has a. Assuming they're even still around. I have no idea if they even are. They have a pretty devoted fan base. Actually, speaking of Tri-Ace, I probably have 3 or 4 of their games on here. But yeah, Valkyrie Profile #1, Square, bring it back and bring it back right. Don't bring it back. I actually like Elysium, but don't bring it back half-assed. We want proper 2D, even though 2D is no good, we know. But we want proper 2D. Actually, I really liked Silmeria. Silmeria technically was not 2D. The way that it worked was kind of interesting, but nevertheless, yes, that's my #1 pick.
There's a lot of ones that are just like random, like that I just want to come back because I loved them and played them and they just never took off popular wise or something. But
they don't have to be popular.
But I think a popular series that I think should come back is, and I'm not sure why Capcom is sleeping on it, is Breath of Fire. They were huge on the Super Nintendo and PlayStation, and then all of a sudden
they also went a lot further than I realized. I guess there were 5 of them. I thought there was 3.
Yeah, 5 was. However, all the rest of them, fantastic, so good. They actually just is it Good Old Gaming, GOG?
Yeah.
They just brought out Breath of Fire 4 on there, so definitely check it out if you missed it. They still hold up if you don't mind the sprite RPG 16-bit. They still hold up really, or 32-bit. They still hold up really good. And I think it's the 3rd one still has one of the best fishing mini games ever. I'll stand by that. I love Breath of Fire.
We need Silkenet to chime in on this. Silkenet is the official fishing game reviewer of Spreading the Nerds. He needs to tell us what he thinks of that fishing mini game.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know why, because it was a popular 5 was kind of like, okay, but it was still it was every RPG series has a low point. So there were still fans. People still talk about Breath of Fire a lot on RPG communities. So it's like, Capcom, you're sleeping on money here. Let's go. And I don't think Capcom's done an RPG, like full RPG, since Breath of Fire that I know of. I can't think of anything. What did you just break?
Nothing. That was my phone. It fell forward and hit my keyboard.
So yeah, that's probably one of my top picks is Breath of Fire. What's your next one?
I'm actually going to skip around on my list because I'm going to go.
Yeah, it's fine. And
I'm actually going to go with, now these are not really a series, but they were both from the same one. Odin Sphere / Muramasa by sorry, Muramasa the Demon Sword. It did have a title.
Isn't Demon Sword still only available on like the Vita and like the Wii or something?
It came out on the Wii originally, and then they ported it to the Vita. Yes, the Vita version is better. They added a bunch of new, I think, swords with that. And that's the killer, because that actually is the better of the 2 games. And it's like, come on, Vanillaware, you got to port this over.
Vanillaware is so good. I love Vanillaware.
So for those who don't know, these are, once again, 2D side-scrolling, both of them.
How dare you?
Yes, agreed. Vanillaware, as we mentioned, games. If you know Vanillaware, you know what that means. It means breathtaking hand-drawn art. And
gorgeous.
When I say breathtaking, I mean that somewhat also literally, because if you watch, you can actually see the characers breathe.
With the chest moving.
Not
necessarily all female characters, but the female ones.
No, actually, all
more prominent.
The males and females,
they all do, but you can definitely tell on the females.
But Odin Sphere was interesting in that you played as, was it 5 different characters? You played as a Valkyrie, you played as a fairy, you played as...
Oh, that's right, the fairy, that's right.
Kind of a little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Her name was Mercedes, if I remember. You played as a knight and something different. But they all interconnected. It was always an intertwining story. And it's very, very, very good 2D like hack and slash RPG. Then Muramasa, the Demon Sword, played similarly, but it you picked between two characters. I don't believe you changed between them. I think you picked one and stayed with them. It was a guy ninja and a like a kunoichi. But it was better, and actually it was pretty cool too, because for each character you would equip 3 different weapons. I mean, they were all swords, hence the name Muramasa. You would have your regular katanas, or you'd have like an odachi, which is a more heavy one or whatever. What was cool about it is when you would switch to a major element of it was when you would switch a weapon and sheath the other one after like a I don't know what you'd call it, like a recharge time, you would see the thing pulsing. When you switch back to it, your character would do this screen-wide slashing attack that's a major part of it, like, because eventually you got to the point you had a lot of enemies attacking you at one time. So that was kind of how you did crowd control. And I can't say I remember if this was the case with Odin Sphere, but with Muramasa, that game got tough. That game got very, very difficult.
Yes, very.
But just such good games. And again, I mean, it cannot be understated how beautiful they are. Like, just look them up. Look them up if you've never heard of them. Look up Odin Sphere and look how gorgeous they are. Yeah,
because with Vanillaware, like you stated, it's all hand drawn. So no matter how far back you go, it still just looks gorgeous. Dragon's Crown was just absolutely.
I was about to say you could have Dragon's Crown, although that's very different. That's more of like a.
I was just talking about the artwork. It was just insane on that one.
The sorceress is probably the most famous character from Dragon's Crown. She has 2 pretty prominent features.
But I just her as well. But the dwarf with the beard and just the articulation
very exaggerated designs is what they did, but they were always good. They were always so good. Really good.
It's just solid.
I'm pretty sure I know what your next one's going to be.
I don't think you do.
No.
Well, what do you think I'm going to say, actually? Because I'm interested.
Say it, because if you don't, we're eventually going to get to one of the two of us is going to get to it eventually. But go ahead.
Are we?
We are.
Oh, I think I know what you. Okay. But yes.
I was right, wasn't I?
But that wasn't what I was going to say next. My next one is going to be the Shadow Hearts series, which was on PlayStation 2.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. I actually didn't put it on the list, but I did think about it.
I adore these games, which were originally like Midway was out of the first one, which surprised me. Very
the first 2.
Very dark story for games like that, which took me totally by surprise. There was actually like blood and gore and horror themes.
That was kind of unheard of in
for an RPG type of thing. The combat system almost kind of like Lost Odyssey a little bit with the ring. I loved the combat in it. They made 3 of them. I thought they were all really good, but I don't think they sold well. So
the second one is the one that's held in the highest regard. I know that.
Yes, yeah. They are. There was a Kickstarter for the guy who originally created it for I think it's called Penny Blood. Which I did back. So it's basically
not out yet. Okay,
it's not out yet. It's in production, and right now it's kind of sitting in limbo because they've made the game. It's also they also made like the Wild Arms, the PS1 games and PS2 games. He did both of those games, and
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that was
so he did both. So people have been wanting them, but nobody's picked him up. So he's like, I'll do my own Kickstart. They instantly got funded. They're supposed to be done, but he cannot find a publisher to publish them. So that's the problem right now. But yeah, Penny Blood is supposed to be the successor, which I hope it comes out at some point because I really want it. I love the Shadow Hearts series just for the dark storytelling. That's I want it. I want them back. And another thing, you can't get them unless they're on the PlayStation 2. You can't get it, which sucks.
Well, Midway's gone.
Yeah, and Midway's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who has the rights to them now.
One of them, I know. I think it's the third one, or maybe it's the second one. Is it like it's expensive on
That's the
eBay?
second
Like
one.
it's
That's the second one.
it's
The
expensive.
first and second are expensive, but the second one is really expensive.
Which sucks.
I want to say somewhere in the like $150 range.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
expensive. What's your next one?
So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go completely out of order because I had something else picked, but I'm gonna snipe you on this one. I know this is on your list somewhere. Unfortunately, this game only had one entry, and part of that I believe is you already know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Part of that I believe is because of the very unique premise of it, but that is the Xbox 360 / PS3 masterpiece, Eternal Sonata.
Oh, okay. I thought. Yep. All right.
Not
thought
what
you were going to say
thinking.
something else.
I think I know what I was going to say.
What a phenomenal game!
First of all,
totally slept on.
First of all, Eternal Sonata was the first game that came out that said, "This is what HD does."
Yeah, I remember being blown away by colors and shit like that.
Now remember, we're talking back in 720p days, right? 720p is a big deal. It was stunning in HD because it was so bright and vibrant compared to what you're used to, like the standard. You know, and the girl. What was the girl's name? Is it Melody?
I think it was. It was.
So while he's looking it up, what made this game so unique was its premise. Ugh. It was was it 15th century?
Oh, is it Beat?
No, Beat was the guy.
Beat was the chop.
Beat was the guy with the hammer.
Yep. Where is she?
She's one on the cover of the game.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. This is something else coming up.
Allegretto was the main character. There's Beat. There's Prince Serenade. I do not remember her name. But anyway, so the game takes place in the fever dream of I believe it was 15th century Polish composer Frederick Chopin. I think he was Polish. Is that correct?
Yes.
I don't think he was French. Okay.
No, he's Polish.
Okay, yeah. Literally on his deathbed. It's when he was dying from tuberculosis, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And as he is dying, he's having this fever dream where he is transported to this fantasy world where everything is based on music. Like that's why main character's name is Allegretto, and there's this girl, whatever her name was, and then there's Beat, Prince Serenade, Prince Waltz, and Princess Serenade is who it was, and a bunch of other ones. Like everything was named after musical terms, notes, all that stuff, right? And and what's amazing about it, it's actually like it's kind of emotional because that this is about a guy dying,
right?
Like it's whimsical and it's happy, but it has this serious like sad undertone about it because it like I think as the game goes on, if I remember correctly, I believe he comes to terms with the fact that he is imagining all this and he is dying.
Yeah.
And like, but it actually weaves his famous pieces into the story and stuff like that. Like
it's so good.
Oh, honestly, it is truly a brilliant game. Even outside of whether it's good or not, it is a brilliant game because it is such a unique idea. And like again, like it is when you start to think about it, because actually Frederick himself is a party member. Like he is a playable character, and actually I said Allegretto is the main character. Really, Frederick is, but Allegretto is your main guy.
The one that you're playing,
And again, as you go, like you start to get kind of bummed out. Like, man, this dude's actually dying. And oh man, I was glad they ported the PS3 version because similar to Tales of Vesperia, this launched as a 360 exclusive in the States. Then maybe a year later, Namco Bandai released a PS3 version. Now, unlike Vesperia, in this case, this was not like licensed to only be on 360 like Vesperia was at the time. So they were able to release the PS3 version because the PS3 version added a bunch of new stuff. It added Prince Waltz and Princess Serenade as full party members and stuff like that. I think it added a whole bunch of extra content, bunch of extra music, all kinds of stuff. Maybe added some extra voice acting that wasn't there before. But again, I adore this game. It is a shame that it's locked to that generation, but I understand that would be a licensing nightmare probably because you would have all the music, you would have I assume the character's name is not necessarily locked, but that probably would be tough to get a re-release of.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's backwards compatible, so you can't even play the PS.
No, it's not, because
the
I
360
was
version.
gonna buy a copy if I could, but yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those ones. I don't know if
I do want to show just how gorgeous this game is, though.
Yeah, like I don't know if we would get another one like in a series of it or whatever, but I would. It just needs a like a fresh coat of paint. Get it like 4K. Get it just available other places, because it truly is one of the. It's the only one of its kind for an RPG.
I believe Crescendo is her name. No, Polka. Her name's Polka. Yeah.
Yes.
And there's one named Falsetto. Like I said, they're all named after like musical terms, which was really cool. It's just, it was such a creative game. It truly was. Like when we always bemoan that everything is so generic and the same, like this was something genuinely unique. And unfortunately, nobody played it because I don't think anybody knew what it was. But
like of all things for when it came out in the States to have it on the 360, like.
Well, in the States that was good. In the States that was good. In Japan it was not.
Not good. But just like 360 was popular, so I guess the player base was good. But but going off of that, another 360 only RPG that is stuck in time. Granted, you can buy this.
I know exactly which one you're going to say.
Yeah, granted, you can buy this on the marketplace and play it on your Series S, Series X. Is Lost Odyssey.
Yep.
Which
I actually had that second, but I was like, I'll let him have that one.
It's so good, and it was originally done by the Final Fantasy director, right? Correct. And Nobuo Uematsu did the music for it too.
Not the director, the creator.
Yeah, creator. Thank you.
Hironobu Sakaguchi. Nobuo Uematsu did the music, and I actually want to say somebody else was involved too.
There was
it
but
Nojima?
I can't remember.
Maybe Nojima was involved in the character designs. I can't remember.
But God, that game was
awesome.
So good. I remember it running a little shit, load time wise, like when enemies came and stuff. But damn, what a good game! And
what was amazing about it is I remember leading up to it, it looked like the most generic JRPG ever. It did. It looked like because Calm, which is the main character.
Yeah.
Or Kaim. Was it Calm or was it Kaim?
It's Calm. I remember being Calm. Okay. Now you got me second guessing. Goddamn. I'm pretty sure it's Calm.
He was as generic looking as you could get.
Yep.
And like nothing about it looked unique. But then the whole idea of the Immortals versus the Mortals was real. And so, that game did something that to this day I can't. The
battle system was phenomenal.
Battle system was very good. It did something that I can't fathom how it accomplished it. You had two party members that were children. And those children never once in that entire game were even remotely annoying.
That's a feat in itself.
It is. Because even FF4, which did well with Pullum and Palum, they got annoying at times. I don't remember the kids' names in Lost Odyssey, but they were actually good characters. And they were good party members too. Like he was a black mage, I think, and she was a white mage, whatever the term would be.
Yeah. Fantastic game. It like I said, you can get it and play it. However, it's not updated in any way, so the loading times are still long. The graphics, you're still stuck at 720p. Just give it a polish of paint, And
I am surprised they've never done that. Like, because I assume Microsoft owns the rights to that. I would certainly think
it's an IP still. It's still their IP, but they're just like, we'll just sit on good stuff.
I don't know if they could make another one because you do it without Sakaguchi and without Uematsu and Sakaguchi you could maybe get to do, but Uematsu is very much retired now. But you could absolutely like remaster that. I don't know why they don't do it.
Definitely. Oh, that would be phenomenal. But yeah, that's a good one. You got another one ready to go?
I got a whole
list. Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna go back to the days of yonder of PS1. Jesus,
here we go. The days of yonder. I thought you were gonna break out the NES or something. Come on now.
Nah, I was no Nez fan. And actually, this is not going to be a series that surprises anybody that gets said. There were technically 3 of them, although everybody always forgets about the third one. These were both on. The first 2 were on. I'm gonna see if you can figure it out. First 2 were on PS1. The third one was on PSP. That should be your biggest hint. I'll give you one more hint. There is something coming out that is very clearly inspired heavily by this game.
I want to say we talked about this, but now I can't remember.
You're gonna kick yourself when I say what
on
it is.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Parasite Eve.
Oh yes, yeah. There is a game coming out that is exactly like Parasite Eve. Yes, I'll do it myself then.
And everyone always forgets about the third birthday, which is the. I don't know if you really count that as a RPG.
Yeah.
But these games were
good. Pick.
Yeah, they were amazing. They were pretty unique. I mean, the second one is barely even an RPG. The second was almost like a survival horror game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was interesting about these is they are RPGs that it was unique at the time. Understand this? That were set in like the real world. They weren't set in like a fantasy world. In fact, the first game takes place in New York. If I remember correctly, it was the Chrysler Building at the time. It's not called that anymore. But and you were Aya Bray, one of the original gaming hot ones, right? And
one of the OGs.
Yeah, and it was actually about like was it not a viral outbreak or not viral? The people's mitochondria was splitting or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was in an opera, if I remember correctly, and the opera singer became the main antagonist because she was where whatever the main strain of the virus, whatever it was, started. But it used a very, very cool battle system that now in retrospect was pretty clearly actually inspired by like D&D, because you could move a certain amount and make your action and stuff like that. And where you were located, like I didn't know at the time because I hadn't played D&D, but looking back, I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
Yep. And
then again, the second one turned into, it's not a turn-based RPG at all. It's just
it was definitely a survival, horror type of thing.
But it was an RPG in terms of you did level up, you did improve your weapons, stuff like that. But those games were so good, and I want to be like, you could absolutely do a new Parasite Eve, and it would do really well if you did it right.
Yeah, which is why I think I can't remember the name of the game, but it's clearly Parasite Eve.
Oh,
clearly. And the guy was just like, fine, I'll do it myself then.
It uses Parasite Eve's battle system.
Yeah, it is straight
up. You bring up that like sphere, sphere thing.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like Parasite Eve. The battle system, like you said, it's Parasite Eve, which is fine because I hope it's good because that's what we need. But thankfully it's not a Nintendo IP because that guy'd be screwed. But
the one criticism that I do remember even at the time was leveled at the original game is for being an RPG, it's actually very short. The original game, I want to say, is like maybe 10 hours long.
It is.
That is very, very, very short for an RPG in that time when you were looking at minimum of 40.
Yeah.
You haven't said one that I thought for sure you would jump on because I know it's on both of our lists.
I don't know. Is it? Maybe not.
It is.
I was trying to think of like obscure ones that it just kind of like throwing these two out there because I don't think they can be sequels really, but I would love to see them remastered and be able to play. Do you remember Infinite Undiscovery? Stupidest name.
You know who made it?
It was Tri-Ace, right?
It was Tri-Ace. That's right.
Yeah, I love Tri-Ace. I just love Tri-Ace.
That? Because my next game is also going to be a Tri-Ace game. But continue.
Okay. From Software's Enchanted Arms. I actually liked that game.
Wait, I thought you were talking about Infinite Undiscovery, but yes, Enchanted Arms is awesome.
Yeah, no, I was just saying both of those games I'm just tossing out there because I just want them to just be able to be available.
Yeah.
But yeah, Enchanted Arms was it's probably not as good as I remember because that was like the first 360 RPG, I think.
Certainly close to it.
So I was just excited to have an RPG on the 360 and stuff. But yeah, those two. One series that I would probably cut off a finger to have come back, and if it came back good, I should say, the Legend of Legaia series, which was on the PS1 for one game and one game on the PlayStation 2.
I never actually played them, but I do know of them.
God,
my friend loved the original. I don't think he liked the second, but
the second one was very like, it was okay, and that's what damned the series probably. The first one, great story, great graphics for the PS1, but the combat system was so cool. It was like a fighting game. However, you picked what you would do first, like left kick, upper kick, lower kick, punch, and you could select it. And then if the combos were correct, when the character did those combos, you would do bigger combo, you would do the suplex or whatever type of thing. Just an awesome combat system that's never been done again, sadly. But yeah, super awesome soundtrack. Very, very good soundtrack. Really good. I want to get that game into my collection, but they're not expensive, but a good.
I don't think they're too bad.
They're not too bad.
I want to say they're about $50. Like they're not outlandish.
Yeah, between 50 and 70. They're not terrible, but especially when I want like Silent Hill, which is like going upwards of like fucking 200 now for a good copy. But I want that
for a non-complete copy of Silent Hill 3. I think it is about $200.
Yep.
But I was excited when you said Infinite on Discovery because I was going to say I'll bet you don't know what I'm going to say. I was going to say, sticking with the Tri-Ace theme here, one of their lesser known ones, but I actually was a big fan of it. I'll give you a hint. It was on the PS3, and it is actually, you can buy a PS4 version. Do you know what game I'm referring to? It was a weird game, but it was a good one.
It was available on the PS3, but you can get it on the PS4.
It was a PS3 game, but there is a PS4 version.
End of Eternity? Is that the one?
No, that's a whole different.
That's a Sega one, isn't it?
That's like I think that was a Kickstarter game. This game was called. Let me know if you've even heard of this one. Resonance of Fate.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, because it's Resonance of Fate.
It's what you meant.
No, it's Resonance of Fate, and then it has like a subtitle as well.
You might be right. Actually, End of Eternity might be the subtitle.
Super cool game.
But
you can buy the 4K version on PS4. Yeah.
Very interesting JRPG because
it's hard.
It is hard.
It's very hard.
It was about guns, and very rarely are JRPGs about guns. They're usually about swords and blades with that. You had 3 party members. You started with the 3, you ended with the 3. Each one used a different kind of gun, if I remember correctly. I believe one guy used a submachine gun. One guy used 2 pistols, and the girl used 1 pistol, but she was really fancy with it. I think it's how it worked. But basically, when your turn would come around, it was all about doing really fancy flips and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you were like jumping up in the air like Devil May Cry type of thing.
You would actually like so your turn would come around, right? Let's say you had the one guy first. You would plan his route. So you would plan like a path to run straight, right? And the idea was you would try to get to where you were running past enemies that were within his thing, and he would run through and blast them and all kinds of stuff. And your general goal, when all was said and done, was you wanted to get your 3 party members to basically crisscross and like work together, and they would do all kinds of jumps and flips and all kinds of crazy stuff.
So cool.
It was a really. I'm actually kind of surprised they never tried it again, because it actually was very unique. Like there's nothing like that. Yeah. The actual world map was pretty damn boring. It was all kind of like hexagon grid based, because you were going up some tower through the whole thing.
Yep.
But that was a cool game. That's the thing I like about Tri-Ace is Tri-Ace were very experimental in their stuff. They were very experimental,
which is probably why I liked them, because even some like Infinite Discovery isn't a fantastic or a great game. It's just a good game, but it was different for that time.
I don't nice. Outside of its name, I don't actually remember what its gimmick was. Was it that it had like a 20 character party or something like that?
There was a fair amount of party, but it was also like it was like the combat was like kind of like a mix of Star Ocean, but time, yeah, like time based.
It's been a very long time since I played it.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, but and I had a terrible fucking name.
It did, yeah. Its name didn't help anything, that's for sure.
No.
So what you got next? You still haven't mentioned the one that I thought. I've even been leaving it for you so you could have it. Or actually, there's two I've been leaving for you, and you haven't taken either one of them.
Which one? Say one of those ones, because I'm wondering now.
I'm not going to say them, because if you're not going to say them, I'll eventually get there.
Okay.
I still got that many games to go, buddy. I got a lot to go.
Jesus. There's not. Yeah, I mean, there's been like random successors to it, but just like fan game type of things that pay homage to it. But I'd like to see Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger come back.
I don't have that on my list, but I actually was surprised it took this long to get that.
Yeah, I'd like to see those come back. Which another thing is like that series has a huge fan base.
It has an enormous fan base, actually.
So it's like, why is SquareSoft sleeping on it?
To this day, like, how many times have they re-released Chrono Cross and they never re-released Trigger? It's weird. I don't know what it is. There has to be some kind of rights thing that we don't know about.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, they've released Trigger on like the iOS and Android, but
and the Game Boy Advance, and that was it.
But that's like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But and Chrono Cross has been like the remaster, which really wasn't a remaster. It was like a lick of paint. That's about it. But that's a great game. Still one of the best title screens of all time, if you ask me. Too, is Chrono Cross. Fucking love that music and. Yep.
Are you a Cross or a Trigger guy?
I'm gonna say Cross, but I know Trigger has a massive fan base.
I have two friends, one of whom is a diehard Chrono Trigger fan.
Yep.
Like he actually, I told him, I don't know why he doesn't sell it, but he doesn't. He still has the complete set, including the manual and all, or the guide and all that it came with. I mean, that's like, if you have it complete, even in shitty condition, that's worth like $500 nowadays.
Yeah, that's a.
But I also have another friend, my friend Rob, who's the one that got me into RPGs. He always said he could not understand the infatuation with Chrono Trigger, but he did like Chrono Cross a lot.
I like Chrono Trigger. It's a great game. I think it's a little overhyped. Maybe for when the time it came out, it was something really special. But I played.
I will say,
Chrono Trigger.
Seeing what it looked like, it was pretty damn advanced for a Super Nintendo game.
Yeah.
So
I'd like those to come back.
So I guess I'll just pull out now the final Tri-Ace game that I have on my list. It's actually a series, and I said you actually said its name already, and technically it's not that dead, but I have to mention it anyway.
Yeah,
I love Star Ocean.
Star Ocean is phenomenal. One of my favorite series.
Now that said, Star Ocean,
which I thought was going to be
Star Ocean 5, sucked incredibly huge dong.
I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was it.
Yeah, but
Divine Force, was it Divine Force?
No,
that was the last one. Right?
It was Faith and Restlessness or something like that.
Okay,
Faith, it's something like that. That game was awful. Thankfully, the RPG gods did not abandon us, and we did get Star Ocean: The Divine Force, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah,
that's it.
So good.
That may not have been Tri-Ace. I am not sure. That actually might have been somebody else that made that. The Tri-Ace did make. I lied. Actually, there is one Tri-Ace game that I have on here. I don't know if you want me to say, because actually the other one I don't really like that much, but it is a popular one. But anyway, Star Ocean, brilliant series. That said, the first time I played it was 3, which is a popular one. I was a little disappointed because it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be this like space hopping RPG, and that's not what they are. You usually are an advanced, you're an advanced futuristic race, or not race, but advanced futuristic society that gets stuck on a planet with like rather
you're like either
you're usually really advanced compared to them.
Correct.
And I didn't know that.
And it's always like a crash landing or something.
Yeah. You're always crash landing or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, Divine Force, excellent. To be honest with you, And another thing about these is, if I'm not mistaken, every one of them is standalone. I think
yes,
I think there might be very minor tangential connections in the background,
it's very
but the stories themselves
like
are
Easter egg
separate.
type of thing.
Yes. If you like real-time RPGs, real-time combat RPGs, play the Divine Force. That is such a good game.
Divine Force is really good.
It is so good.
Star Ocean on the PlayStation 1, which was, I think, Second Story, I think was that one.
It'd be the first and second story, yeah.
So good. That was the first Star Ocean I played, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
I think the first one was on PlayStation 1 as well. I think there
was one on the Super Nintendo, I thought.
There was a Tales of Fantasia. I think Star Ocean was all... I'll look this up real quick, because I don't think it was on Super Nintendo.
I thought they were, but I could be wrong.
Now that said, the other
1990.
Go ahead.
Super Famicom.
Oh, it was,
which I don't think it came stateside. That's why.
That might be why. Yeah, that might be why.
And then Second Story was God, I love that game. The cover, everything. I just so good, so good. And that was one of those games that because I was young when it came out, I was like, God, that cover is so cool, and that's pretty much why I bought it.
That's how you had to do it back in the day.
Yep.
And then I'll just say, because I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but the last Tri-Ace game that I have on here is probably actually the last Tri-Ace game that has been mentioned. A PS2 game called Radiata Stories. I actually did not like this.
Oh, what a pick. What a pick. God, that's good.
But most people do like it. I actually wasn't the biggest fan. But this was another, if I remember correctly, real-time combat game. Which Tri-Ace, to be fair, did seem to try to do most of the time. It had kind of three real big claims to fame. Firstly was it had a pretty advanced day and night cycle. And the day and night cycle did affect what you could and couldn't do in it. Secondly, was that one of your major interactions was kicking everyone and everything. Because if you talked to it or kicked it or them or whatever, you'd get different responses. And number three, and this ties into both of those first two things, was you assembled, I believe it was 108. 108 is probably the number for what's it called? Suikoden. But it was something like that. It was like 100 some team.
Yeah.
And I want to say what made this different than Suikoden is of those 108 or whatever it was in Suikoden, not all of them are actually combat characters, right? Some of them are item, like blacksmiths or whatever. I believe, it's been a long time since I've played it. I believe Radiata Stories, they were all actually party members. Now, I think you only controlled your main guy. I don't think you could change who you controlled. But I believe they were all characters you could bring in and into combat. And some of them were pretty damn tough to get, if I remember correctly. You had to have a very strict timeline in when you would try to recruit them and stuff like that. But
yes, I do remember the timeline and being pissed off a few times.
It was made to be a multiple playthrough thing and do like New Game Plus, because it was. I don't even think it was possible to get everybody on a single playthrough. I think you had to do 3 or 4 to get all of them. But yeah, so that's the last Tri-Ace game that I have to mention.
It's remastered. They just released Suikoden 1 and 2 to come back, but Suikoden as a series.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? I don't know what Suikoden is.
That's how I've always said it since I was a kid. So it just
we're not going to do that way. It's
Suikoden. Suikoden.
Konami themselves have even confirmed that that's the.
They need that. I'm hoping the 1 and 2 sells good enough that they realize oh yeah, this needs to come back.
I want to say I heard a rumor that they are working on remaking the 3rd one.
Which would be great because the 3rd was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think the 4th and the 5th are the ones that people don't like.
Yeah, the 5th was 4th was fine, but yeah, I would love for them to come back with that series. So that's another one. But we've talked to it a few times. But I would love for Rogue Galaxy.
There's one of the two I was waiting for you to say.
Yep, level 5 was so good.
I'm gonna give you this one too. When you say Rogue Galaxy, that also includes Dark Cloud.
I was just gonna say that too. Dark Cloud, yeah.
Rogue Galaxy was effectively a better spiritual successor to Dark Cloud, anyway.
Yeah, And to this day, like, to be granted, I haven't played Rogue Galaxy for a while, but when I think about it, like, to this day, I think it still holds up. Like, the characters, the combat, the story. God, I loved that game.
What a
I
voice
loved
cast
that
too.
game.
Will
Yep.
Friedle and
Yep.
and Steve Bloom was his name Zegris or something like that. Also, Space Pirates.
You're right.
Space Pirates automatically cool.
Yeah, I don't know, and I think it sold well. It reviewed well, so I'm like, why didn't this? It could be such a good series.
Blame Sony. What? To be fair, PS2 Sony publishing was kind of like a throw something at the wall and see what sticks. They were very different than the Sony in PS3. So that's kind of.
I just thought of one because you said that I would love to come back.
Actually, I think I know what it is because I think it's the one I thought you were saying earlier. But my next one, because you had more than enough time to say this and you haven't, so I'm taking it from you now.
No, go ahead, take it.
Skies of Arcadia. I can't believe you haven't said it yet.
Oh my god, that's yeah. Because I've said hundreds of times that.
Again, Sky Pirates, automatically cool, right?
Yep.
That's part
cool.
Cool
characters.
Part of what made Final Fantasy 12 so cool. Sky Pirates. But yeah, this was a Dreamcast game that, because the Dreamcast was not played by anybody, they eventually ported it to the GameCube.
GameCube, yeah. So which I'm hoping that goes onto the Switch too, because that whole GameCube.
Keep holding on. I'm sure they were just holding it for 6 generations to re-release it.
I know.
I wish they would, to be clear, but
and that's another game, like you said, it is a popular game, reviewed well. There is a fan base behind it. So one of the other ones was one of the first. I think it was a launch game. Actually, it was the Summoner series.
That is not what I thought you were going to say, and I actually can't believe you said it. The Summoner series was terrible.
The first one,
they were terrible.
Oh no, the first one, the loading times to this day, one of the worst game loading time wise ever. But I liked the premise of it, and I think they made 3 altogether. One of them was on One of them was on the GameCube. But I did like them. I'd like to see them come back. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's not gonna lie. That's not the game I thought you were going to say.
Well, what are you thinking?
I thought you were going to say The Legend of Dragoon. I have never played that, so I cannot chime into it. But
that is a good one, sir. That is it's. I tried to replay it last year, I think, and because there is no.
I'm sure it's very dated.
It's very dated. There's no speed up. There's no there's no re-release of it whatsoever. You can get it on PS5. You can buy it digitally, but just know that it is dated. But damn, when that game came out, the story, everything, so good. So
I got 5 more here, but I don't think I need to say. I'll speed run a couple.
Yeah, you can speed run. Okay, because we're almost.
So what 2. I have, because again, this is one I never played, but had a fan base. Okay. Fencer Musashi. They did make kind of a follow up to that.
I never played those either, but yeah.
Vagrant Story, which that game sucks, but everybody seems to like it. Xenosaga, which was interesting. Yes. Technically had spiritual successor. That's what Xenoblade came from.
Right.
And then one more that I actually have never played, although I do have the collection of them, the Grandia games. I have the collection that's the first 2.
Yep, Grandia is a good pull.
I do have 2 more that I have on here that I want to mention. One I'll say a little bit more than the other one. So I'll start with the other one because I don't remember very much about this, but I do remember liking it. There were 2 of them, if I remember correctly. It was a series called R. Tenelico, made by, or at least published by Nippon Ichi. Well, I remember this having a very unique battle system.
How's it spelled?
AR space TONELICO. I think there were 2 of them.
I don't think I ever played these.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there was 2. I played the first. I did not play the second. What made these kind of interesting was, they were actually developed by Gust. I didn't know that. So there you go. That's who makes the Atelier games. What made these kind of unique was they were all about your, I forget what the name of them was, but you're the girl in your party. She was essentially like a songstress, right? And she was essentially the one that's dealing out the damage, right? Because her songs are essentially the magic, right? But that's where all the damage comes from. However, she was, to put it lightly, very, very weak. Could not take much damage at all, right? So this is also a bad game because it's 2D. Right? And it's also a sprite. So very ugly, very,
just awful. You're batting zero here.
No character designs at all, right? You need to look really good, like something like Pokemon Z and A. But anyway, so your party setup was you would have 3 like melee characters, and then you would have the songstress. The songstress was always in the very back because, again, she couldn't take very, very much damage at all.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly how this worked, but the whole gist was the battle system was built around you would pick whatever her song would be, whether it would be like a cure or some kind of attack that would fucking nuke the enemy. And it would take X number of turns to spool up, right? And your main party members would do whatever they could to prevent her from getting damaged. Like the enemy could not damage her until they got through them.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot more to it. It's a lot more complicated than what I'm describing. But it was pretty cool. And what made it kind of interesting was this was kind of one of the very original, like, if you want to think of it as like a persona learning your party members thing. You would improve the songstress, whatever they were actually called. They weren't called songstress. They were called something else, by mind diving her. I think is what they called it. Like to act like, because the whole point was like you would discover their, like the idea was they were not humans. Your other things were humans. These were some kind of like computer creation, or digital creation that they made manifest, right? But they had some kind of, they would have their fears and anxieties and all that stuff. To get stronger, you would have to like mind dive them to help them get over this, which would probably be seen as fairly problematic by today's standards. But at the time, it was actually kind of a pretty creative idea, and I actually did really like it. Again, I have no idea if the second was any good or not. The first one, it was one of those kinds of games that when it came out, like the default version was kind of a cool little collector's edition. I think that's actually what made me buy it. It had like a nice little art book and all that stuff. And this was just the standard edition. The other game I want to mention, and this is one I know you like as well. There were 4 of them, although I only really truly acknowledge 2. But one of them never even came to the West. But Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, that's a yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess not really technically an RPG, but it kind of is. It's really more like a turn-based strategy game, but it is kind of turn-based. It's like a strategy RPG.
I would say it's under that though.
Yeah, the first and fourth were proper console releases. The second and third were both PSP games. The second did come over here. I don't believe the third ever did, which is unfortunate because I believe the third is considered by many people to be actually maybe the best. I didn't play enough of the fourth, but I did actually. I don't know if you can see it. No, it's hidden. Right behind the corner of this. Sorry, right there. The corner of this. It was on PS4. So it's been a handful of years, but you're right. But I had the collector's edition for Valkyria Chronicles 4, which had, I don't remember if it was the Edelweiss. It actually might have been, because I don't think it was a direct sequel. I think it was so here, actually, instead of just talking about it, I'll just show you. The kid was a little
bring it out.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. That might be the Edelweiss. I don't know. But there you go. It's a little.
Oh yeah.
In the tank, right? But what was kind of cool about it, because this was also relatively unique at the time, was it was essentially. I mean, it was a basically war story, right?
Yeah.
Small country getting invaded by the large evil military empire. but during it, it actually was about kind of like a blossoming love story between the main character Gunther and his squad mate Alicia, I believe was her name. But god damn, what a game! What a game!
I don't think I played those ones either. Actually,
Really, you gotta at least play the first. First of all,
I have.
to this day, it still looks gorgeous because it had this very. It was intentionally. It looked like it was hand drawn, and by that I mean hand drawn, like with like a colored pencil. And in fact, when you would get the cutscenes, it would start by having the characters like outlined, and it would actually color them in as it started. Gorgeous.
That's cool.
And what really made this unique was it was kind of a combination strategy RPG and third-person shooter because you would get your character, you would move them, and if assuming you wanted to go into combat, you would actually like go into their aiming mode and you would have to aim. And then, if depending on what kind of gun they used, if your regular like scout troopers use whatever this game's variation of like an M1 Garand was, right?
Right.
That obviously had like a small and concentrated reticle, but you could do fair damage. Headshots did more, but obviously you had a smaller target. Whereas if they used like the submachine gun, it wasn't very good at any kind of range, but it did a lot of damage if you were able to get close enough to do it. And then your tank was obviously your strong one. That was that. I didn't realize you didn't know what I was talking about when I said the Edelweiss. The Edelweiss is the name of the tank. Which
yes, yeah.
Which
I know which game you're talking about now.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking of another Valkyrie named game. No, now what you're talking about, I was like, oh yeah, I know this one. Yeah, those are great games.
Did you play it or no?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said you did.
Yeah, because there's two, and then there's like a third one that's like a Musu game.
No,
I thought there was like
There's no Muso for Valkyria Chronicles.
I thought there was like a continue.
These are strategy games.
Yeah, I know, but there was like a offshoot. I thought.
I don't think so. Not that I know of. I don't know what you'd be thinking of that had a Muso game.
Valkyrie Chronicles.
So there also, to be fair, or in case you didn't know, the original game was a PS3 game, but then they ported it to PS4 and Switch. I don't think they ever ported it to Xbox. Four was
no. I don't think so.
You find what you're talking about or no?
No. I was thinking the porting thing.
Oh, okay. And then again, 2 and 3 were only PSP games, but 3 never came to the West. It was only in Japan. But that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about.
Valkyrie Revolution.
Oh, that's not okay.
That's not. Was that okay. That was the same world though, right?
It is, but actually, I want to say I don't think it's a Muso game. I think it's just more of an action game.
Is it just more action? Yeah.
It was not nearly. Actually, it was not very good at all, to be honest, if I remember correctly.
I remember playing it briefly and was like, okay, it's not.
Yeah, no. It's actually an action RPG, I think.
Yeah. I didn't play it much though.
I forgot all about that game.
Yep.
Which tells you how much I didn't like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Dropping shit. Those are really good. Would love to see those come back too, because yeah. I think the last one was the Revolution, and I think that was like
no. Was like 4 was the last one.
Oh, was the last one? Okay.
Yeah, I want to say Revolution was maybe 15.
Oh yeah, it was 18 was 2018 was Revolution.
Still gonna hear just
or 4, I should say.
He was trying to tell me it didn't count as forgotten. He's like, oh, never mind, it has been 7 years. I'll let it go.
Time flies.
Did you play those ones, Silken It? Because they seem like something to be up your alley.
Those are good. Those are really good.
And specifically, one thing that I specifically remember about the first game is about midway through the game, there's a boss fight against the Emperor's tank.
The big ass tank?
It's like the entire like horizon of the map.
Jesus Christ.
So hard.
Uh-huh.
It is so hard.
Yep. And I remember being over leveled when I got there too, because you can replay maps and stuff, and when I play an RPG, I over level the hell out of shit usually, and I remember just getting blown the fuck away. Like
you had to use it. Well, and from that, like that really was the turning point of the story, because it gets a lot harder after that.
Mm-hmm.
Not long after that is when was her name like Silveria or something like that. She was the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
On the other side, she starts to become the Valkyrie, and like she is an absolute nightmare. Like usually, there's only one time you actually have to fight her, but the problem is she gets like double movement points of everybody else. She does all kinds of damage. Oh, she just decimates the shit out of your party when she does this.
Very, very, very good game though,
yes.
or game series, I should say. Oh, let's see. We're just hitting 2. I could go on for one more.
If you got some more to say, just go ahead.
Just randomly, I would love to Fantasy Star. I'd love to see that come back. I know the Fantasy Star Online 2's still kind of active, but
I am really surprised Sega just kind of let that go away.
Yeah, I would love to see another one of those. What else? What else am I thinking of off the top of my head? I kind of would like to see Last Remnant come about and I would have liked to have that more games in that series.
That game had some interesting ideas with very, very poor execution.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why I would like to see like a second one, have it more fleshed out, because I think there's definitely a good possibility there. That's another one of those like 360 RPGs that was on the 360 only for a while.
Yeah.
And then, but
no. It came out on PS3 and 360 at the same time.
Did it? I thought it was 360 only for
no, I want to say Xbox maybe had the marketing rights to it.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking.
Because I remember getting on PS3 and I was like, yeah, this is not good.
That was one of those games too where I liked it, but I didn't play it much until I bought it like on like the
it was
PC
weird,
or whatever.
Because
the loading like times again were awful,
and its battle system was so strange because it was like a semi-traditional turn-based JRPG.
But
you didn't control your characters.
No, you had to like
you told them like I want you to attack, and then they would attack how they wanted to, or it was like a combination strategy and combination action.
Yeah, because you could say like attack this person, but then if the other NPC attacks, it cuts you off. Yeah, there was some like strategy involved in it. Yeah,
because it was all like large scale battles. Like it was supposed to be like you're on like a war and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get something else.
I think that's it. I think off the top. I mean, I'm sure I could go on and on. There's so many good RPGs out there, but I think we're at like 2 hours, so I think
we don't want to hold Silk in it too much longer.
Read everybody's, because I I'm feeling the Arc Raiders. I gotta, I'm like a drug addict over here. I'm getting the DTs. So yeah, everybody's fortune. It's time, which is what everybody really tunes in for and listens for.
Seek friendship, and you will find someone special this month.
In bed. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's a decent fortune.
But better than some of the recent ones.
Oh yes, that's right, Silk. And I forgot you get the double dose of the shots. Yeah, I'm surprised you're still up, honestly. Let's see. Mine is listening more is the first step towards making partnerships work better in your life. In bed.
Yeah. So start fucking listening to me, damn it.
No, I think you should start listening to me.
No. That was your fortune, not mine. You're the one that has to start listening.
So that's everybody's fortune. So hopefully it helps everybody out till next week. I'm pretty sure I'll be around next week, hopefully, because the last couple of weeks were a bit crazy. So, but yeah, I should be back. Hopefully playing something other than Arc Raiders, because I'm obsessed with that game right now, and I don't like being obsessed with a game like that much because I want to play other stuff. Like I thought Battlefield 6 was going to do it, but yeah.
Now, I guess not to jump too far ahead, we might need to plan something different for Black Friday though, because I'm taking a trip out. Okay, I'm taking a trip out to Altoona to actually go to that Cartridges Galore place. I don't know if Nick ever watches this after the fact or whatever. I'll be heading out your way, brother.
Okay.
So
nice.
I'll be heading out, and I don't. That's like maybe a 2 to 2.5 hour drive for me, so I don't know.
I'll definitely won't be here at Black Friday because I think that's the one day my daughter has off that week. So
okay. For
Thanksgiving, I'll be heading up that way. So So anyways, So thanks for joining and sticking with us, folks, for like this 2 hour long series. Usually it's not that long, so we appreciate you hanging out and listening to us go on about eggnog drinks, which are amazing, and you should try it, Rick. You should try it. If randomly throwing it out there, if you lose the the video game awards there or whatever. It's eggnog and Dr. Pepper for you, sir.
We already made the bet. What do you mean? Like the terms are already there.
What terms? I don't remember these terms.
Well, the exact terms I don't think were set, but it was. No, they were. It was a $20 gift card, I think, for whichever platform the person wants. I'm almost positive that's what we said.
Oh yeah, that works. I know we were talking about like a game, but I thought loser.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's a different bet. We actually have not done that one. You're right. We haven't done that one yet. The one I'm talking about was, unfortunately, the one that you're going to win because all these idiots are going to fucking pick X-33 win game of the year. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. That's a little ahead. But anyways, yeah, I think that's it for us, folks. Anything you want to add real quick before we punch out of here?
Not too much to say.
Okay. All right. That's fine. All right, folks. Well, thanks again for listening to us go on about random shit. And
don't drink eggnog.
I think you should.
In it.
Yeah, but you should be festive. At least do something festive, like my fancy background. It's never too early, Rick.
All 1 second of effort you put into that. Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time.